Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat and today is Monday, February 1st, 2021. Welcome to the Dyson Sphere Program. This game is absolutely wonderful, and we are in the process of advancing to the point where we're going to have robots do all the work for us. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. We have played 9 hours. That's 3 streams worth. Hey, we're going to go up to 12 hours today. Ideally. Ideally. How did we leave off? So, a few things. We have not made foundations yet. We haven't done the foundations yet, which is a little bit disturbing to me. Just ever so slightly disturbing to me. I believe they are at Blue Science. Yes, they are merely, quote-unquote, merely science plus steel plus stone brick. So they are steel and the processed stone, which it's a very easy recipe, but think of it this way. Each unit of that stuff is one individual tile. What is one individual tile? One of these little squares right here. And each unit of foundation is 3 of those stone bricks and 1 piece of steel. So for every 1 tile... Yes, thank you, shut up. Yes, I know. For every little individual tile, it's 3 of this stone brick and a steel. And you have to deal with this resource called soil piles. Soil piles. So every time you build a thing on the surface thus far, we've been accruing this hidden soil resource. We have 395,000 units of this soil. We need several million if we are to make the planet betterer. Fortunately, this planet has a 60.6% construction area. This number will change as you fill in water with foundation and actually converting it to sand with the foundations. This will increase. The last thing we want to do, though, is increase the amount, to decrease the water to 0. We must always have water available to us while we're here, so that we don't have to move it interplanetarily, or interstellarly from somewhere else. Because I don't really remember, I think our ice planet has water? It does. It has a little bit of water on it. It's 98.5 construction area, but it does have a little bit of water. And I think that's where we've built our stuff, at the distant planet, as opposed to this Gobi planet that has absolutely jack all for titanium. This planet. I wish this planet was better. I wish the Gobi here was so much better than it actually is. But we just have to live with it. It will be a very good source of silicon and for copper and iron as we go along. Okay. We need to make some plans. The last time we were here, we got into the graphene, and we went out and we got some silicon and we got some titanium from the other planet, and we went and we did this little thingy here with the solar sails. The problem with this is that we do want to have a lot of infrastructure to feed this for it to be genuinely effective. Right here at the start, this isn't very effective. Not in our current state of things. It's consuming a little graphene. It's consuming a little of the electronic circuits, or electronics, and it's consuming a bit of glass for the prisms. It's nowhere near built to any degree of scale. I could, even off of this, likely be able to feed a few of these little rail guns shooting out. And then this guy here, I can't justify the use of it right now because our Dyson grid is a little too small. It doesn't produce even enough power. We can't retrieve back the power that it's consuming to make the system right now. This gun is 12 megawatts of power while it's operating. This thing is not giving us 12 megawatts. So there's no real point to work on that for now. Ollie! He's arrived! He's come to say hello and join my lap. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the lap. My pretty kitty. How's my pretty kitty? Huh? Now Dolly is in the other chair that is behind me. She is also resting and sleeping. Yes, that's my boy. He has returned to his rightful position in the lap. Now, we need to get into yellow science. That's really what we need here. The yellow science, let's see, what position is that in my tech? That's here, so it's right after this. I can live with this. Yes. CPUs and the purple boxes. Okay, the purple boxes are magnetic particle traps. Yeah. Okay. Magnetic particle traps and the other stuff. That needs graphene too. Okay. Let's make this. Let's make all of this. I'm going to need iron and the magnetic coils. Iron and the magnetic coils. And a whole bunch of assembling units here. Are those magnets? Oh. Humma. Humma. Hey. Hub. Hubba. How you doing? I would like to do... Oh no! Alright, we will offset. Just as long as I can get that to there and that to there. Okay? And that to there. So we've got... We start with these, we go to no, not those. We go to these, and we go to these, and then we go to these. Just add copper and graphene. And iron, plus coils and coils. And wouldn't you know it, but we've got... Is that the iron? I think that's the iron. So we've got the iron. And... Oh hey. The coils. Isn't that lovely? So you are... that, and the iron. You need coils. And we need power. Ta-da! So that's going to make the electromagnetic turbines. And they're going to feed into these particle containers as soon as I actually get a supply of copper and graphene brought in. Oh boy, copper and graphene. For now, we have to do this with belt. Hello, copper. I need... Why you say you collide? You know collide. You shall not collide. And then the graphene has to literally come from the other side of the bus. So that's got a lot of distance before we are actually going to be making these guys. And these are going to be shoved into a chest for now. There is also CPUs. The thing with the CPUs is that they are going to consume our silicon. Oh, joy. Oh, bliss. Consuming my silicon. Thank you for that technology. That helps a lot. Are we basically done with our blue and red at that point? Once we get these last three, I think so. Yes. Yes, we are. Also note that we do have plus 10% mining speed right now. So once mining speed is fast enough, we will have to redo the math on what types of belt we need versus how many covered ore veins per mining drill we should have. Because at the beginning of the game, without mining speed and productivity, well, the productivity doesn't actually increase the output so much as it reduces the input for the given output. The extra 10% speed changes it. Before this, it's 6 veins for 3 per second of output. 6 veins for 3 per second of output. Right? So if we increase it by 50%, well then that would be 9 per second of output, right? If we've increased speed 10%. I'm assuming this is additive across all of the percentage upgrades. Let's see, this should actually tell me. My mining speed is 110% right now. Which, The Mark II belt is 12 per second. So we could do that math. I mean, I think the easiest way to think about it is that if we increase it by 20%, then we can use 5. I believe at that point 5 veins would give us the 3 per second. It's slightly more than 3 per second, but for all intents and purposes, at 20% mining speed, 5 veins is 3. It's really 4.8 veins for 3 at the 20% speed bonus. Which means that we can get away with different positioning on our mining drills to get the same amount of output. We don't have to cover as many of the ore veins as previously. Now, the main techs that we will need are these two. high-strength titanium alloy, and interstellar logistics system. This stuff is a little bit of a pain. There's also the planetary logistics. Note that the interplanetary logistics upgrades the planetary logistics station. We're going to need 2 of these. Okay. We're gonna need at least 2 of these, as well as the logistic vessels. Which, yeah. This is a lot of this titanium alloy, which is going to need steel and sulfuric acid and titanium. It would be great to have access to a logistics setup for this, and production of those thrusters. So the thrusters are going to be steel and copper. Steel and copper. This is why I want to look around for an iron and a copper next to each other, so that I can produce these thrusters very, very easily. The reinforced thrusters need these green electromagnetic engines, as well as the titanium alloy. Fortunately, it is not an upgrade of the thruster. And then once I have the thruster, it's 2 CPUs and 5 iron ingots on top of that. Definitely a thing I'll probably start off with by handcrafting quite a few of them. For now, though, I need to get my graphene brought over. It's shooting! It's shooting the thing! So let's just have a look. How much energy are you actually doing? Your max output is 5.2 megawatts. Woohoo! Woohoo! Current requested power. Actual allocated power less than the requested. Whatever. Dyson Sphere status. Current total requested and total power generation performance. So, total amount requested, total performance. Total performance is 6 megawatts. That's the total performance of the Dyson Sphere. Because this guy, all on its own, can't even make it big enough to provide the power to launch the things. Quite yet. This guy is 12 megawatts when it's actively shooting. It's great. It's fantastic. You need an actual full infrastructure setup to get that flowing. We're not there yet. I would rather do that with the logistics bots, because everything that we've built, the whole bus style that we've built, has been in preparation for a complete overhaul when we get access to our logistics bots. It changes completely how you play the game once you get to that point, just like in Factorio. It always makes me very angry when I listen to Skystorm playing this game, because he keeps trash-talking people who play Factorio and how they approach this game. He keeps trash-talking Factorio players. It's like, oh, you don't need a main bus because the logistics system, these bots move stuff around for you. You don't need a main bus for that. Yeah. No one who plays Factorio would tell you otherwise. The main bus is for before you do the logistics bot thing. Once you get access to the logistics bots, then no, you don't actually really need the main bus anymore. That it is replaced with logistics bots. And the current logistics system in this game seems to be very powerful. I don't know what you're talking about. You're saying the current system is scuffed and awful. I don't think so. I mean, I think it's somewhat in need of tuning, because yes, each individual planetary logistics tower can only provide or request 3 items at a time. That is a pretty hampering limitation. When you only have 3 items at a time, but you also have to consider, well, that means you have to build more towers if you need more things for a given system. And it's different types of transporters for different types of things, and I mean, yeah, when you get to talking about interstellar transport, then you need to have a whole other can of worms where you need these space warpers for your interstellar transport system to even function. You need a consistent supply of these things for the interstellar transport to work. You can't prevent vessels from going interstellar without warpers. I don't know what you mean. I thought it was required to do interstellar travel. They will try to go interstellar even without warpers. They'll try and, what, fail? Because they can't. They'll go sub-light speed, is what you're saying? They'll try to do sub-light speed travel? That would be bad. Yeah, so they're going sublight if they don't have the warpers. So make sure you always have the warpers. Just always have the warpers, you'll be fine. He says. Jokingly. Go this way and go up. Just always have the warpers. You'll be fine. There's no problems if you have the warpers always, right? Just always have the warpers. Come on, graphene. I need my purple boxes. And besides, do we even really need to have interstellar stuff at the current game state? I mean, it really does seem like the game is designed in such a way that it does not truly need the actual interstellar stuff to make great stuff happen. I need you to go up a tile. One more. And the other question I have is, like, can you actually just Dyson Sphere every star in this galaxy that's a star? Like, can't you Dyson Sphere basically anything in this system? This star cluster? Pretty sure it's not just limited to your home star. And all you need to do is just get one Dyson Sphere done. Alright, off we go. There's that belt down. Now, I haven't done any sort of interstellar travel at this point in time, so I don't know what the balance is like in other systems. They specifically say in the tutorial that this is your the base, the initial, your first base. I forget the exact wording, but they make it seem like this is your home, quote-unquote, base. Starting on this planet, a home planet. And the assumption is that you would set up a Dyson Sphere here, but you're not forced to. There's nothing that says it has to be here. There can be one on every place that you visit, if you're so inclined. I would imagine, with the exception of black holes. And I would hope that the output of the Dyson Sphere around the other stars will be a function of the actual luminosity of the star and the type of star that it is. That would be fun. That would be very fun. If we can have a thing there that's like, it varies based off the type of star the Dyson spheres around. Alright, you load into that storage as you make them. Go, 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 do the thing. We have the purple boxes, known as particle containers. Yay. One down. We need... this is going to be ultimately... what was it? CPUs? Yes. Ultimately, it's CPUs. But CPUs need these things. They're known as... Actually, I don't know. Can I even keep this right next door? There's some parts of the planet where you can't actually keep them right next to each other. The game won't allow it on the bridges. It'll be like, hey, this is too close. This is microcrystalline components, aka processor parts. AKA the circuit board circuitry. We've got resistors there, capacitors, and just stuff. Yeah, stuff. This needs silicon and copper, which means that I should probably try to get this so that it's close enough to that copper, if at all possible. That would be great. You are this. Now, this is slow. This is slower than what this will demand on the processor. I will need to bring circuit boards in as well. Yes, this is getting to be a bit much on spaghetti here. I realize this. And I need a box. But all of this is temporary because once we get our main logistics stuff, that's gonna be those. I don't remember. Do I have another box with these? I hope so. I hope I'm carrying more. And power to the everything. Get another box going. And offload those CPUs into said box. There's the CPUs, aka the processors. Next is what? Because I'm looking at these logistics drones, and I'm looking at this planetary logistics system, which needs these pink boxes, and processors, and titanium, and steel. Ollie's twitching. Yes, you sleepy? You sleepy? You twitching in your sleep? You dreaming? Are you chasing all the wonderful squirrels? Are you chasing squirrels in your dreams? Okay. Let's see. What do I need? Lots. Always. Oh, right. I can make Mark II and Mark III conveyor belts. I can also make the assembling machine 2s. At this point, now that we have CPUs and all, as well as sorters at level 3. Level 3 sorters are essentially the equivalent of stack inserters in Factorio. Not only are they twice as fast as a Mark II sorter, they have a cargo stacking stat that will increase with technology. That will upgrade on its cargo stacking. Like, wow. That's real nice. That is really nice. But for now, this I want to make... I don't remember, do I want to make just straight into the planetary logistics station, or do I want it to go into the drones? No, they all don't. It's very specific on the upgrade tech. It specifically tells you that it increases the Sorter Mark III cargo stacking. It very specifically in the technology says that it increases the Mark III cargo stack. The Mark III cargo stack, the Mark III cargo stack, the Mark III cargo stack, and the Mark III cargo stack. They all have that stat to tell you what the actual number is. There may be a tech in the future that increases the Mark II stack size a bit, but as of right now, there is nothing else. I need silicon and titanium and all of the everything, apparently. Let's go and try to see. Did I put stuff into a box somewhere? Because I don't remember. I should have a box of titanium and silicon. Hello, box of silicon and titanium. I will need to hold on to some of this silicon to use as high purity silicon. So for now, I'm going to just stick the rest of this in here. And then we can think about where I want to position this. I'll put that there. You are going to be making for me, I guess, the... No, not the drones. This planetary logistics system. And the reason why I want to do this here and have it automated is simply because of my own personal interests. I would rather have as many as I can get, really. So we'll shove some titanium in there with some steel. We'll go and get some steel while we're at it. Okay, place that. And get a belt line. I said get a belt line. In like so. Offload. Unload. Get that placed for power. And that is that. Now, this is going to consume a lot of processors each. It is 40 processors each. And what is the stack size here? I'm going to imagine 1. Hey, we unlocked yellow. Cool. That's incredibly important. We're going to limit this to 2. That's incredibly important. Yellow! That stuff will require me to get 2 different types of crystals. The yellow cubes will require me to set up way more stuff, and I need to get into them immediately. Let us make more matrix labs. If I'm not mistaken, I should be able to stack these matrix labs 7 high at this point, which is great. I also need titanium for my initial supply. Hello, my Ollie. You're moving. I also need, is it... Well, I need my sulfuric, I think, or I need the oil. I need to process my oil into additional stuff. How convenient. We've got our energetic carbon as well as our oil here. Ah, this is a fantastic position for you. If only the lab actually allowed me to have that angle, because that means I have to split again. Whoops. So, I need a chemical plant producing plastic. And that chemical plant will then feed into organic crystals, which is going to require 2 plastic every 6 seconds. Well, one of these buildings makes a plastic every 3 seconds, which is the same as the organic crystals. It is 1-to-1. The crystals will also need more oil as well as water and the plastic to make the crystals. And then the crystals will get processed in a assembler into the crystal that I need for the doohickey. The doohickey! Yes, how very specific. Oh, Ollie is left the lap. He's left the lap for the table, although he doesn't apparently want the towel. He wants the bare table. Yes, are you hot now? I guess he's hot now. Okay. Fun little niggling issue here. I need to split this. I need to split the water. Or provide more water elsewhere that is able to go up. Please, please. Yes! Yes! Success! Success is mine! If I could do this, I would, but I don't think this is ideal. You know, it would also help if it was actually, you know, aligned properly. So it is a 1-to-1 on the plastic into crystals, but we do need to get the oil and the water. Now, the reason why I said this isn't quite ideal because, well, we also need to get the crystals out. And this isn't as conducive for getting the crystals out, necessarily. Oh. I guess it is. Hello. And water? Huh. Excuse me. But, oh. It didn't actually grab the correct tile. There you go. Power. And a sorter for each of those. And there's the plastic. Once we get our couple of plastic in, then we have our crystal, our organic crystal. Yay. Now, I need you to produce titanium crystal for me. This is going to require me to have a box. This is my box. I don't go anywhere without my box. Let's grab that and throw in some titanium. That's going to give me the titanium crystals. I also need a smelter. Smelting. Right here, I guess. You are making diamond. Now, it's interesting here because you've got the carbon, the energetic carbon recipe, and then you've got the alternate recipe, which is kimberlite. Both of which make diamond at a 1-to-1 ratio every 2 seconds, right? So, what's the point of kimberlite? The point of the kimberlite would be that, well, it's just a direct mined resource. You don't have to use the power to convert the coal into the carbon. Into the graphite, excuse me. The energetic graphite. Sorry, it's the icon. The icon looks too much like carbon icon in Angels or something. Bob's Angels, like what is it? Or maybe it's Pie Sweet. I don't know. It looks familiar to me. Like mods of Factorio have like these types of pellet of carbon. It just looks too similar to me to other stuff. So my brain thinks this is carbon. Yes, it is carbon. It's just in the form of graphite. It is carbon in the form of graphite. So this is actually going to be taking this for now. And it's going to be grabbing it with a Mark II. And that is not the recipe. That is the recipe that I want here. And as it just so happens, those two things yeah, that's yellow science. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I don't have additional labs. Make me all of my labs. Thanks. This is the structure matrix. The glorious and beautiful structure matrix. Isn't it lovely? It will only operate for so long as we have titanium ingots here. We need to make sure that we get enough to pick up the specific alloy tech and the interplanetary logistics tech. Now, logistics. How are we going to get this out to that set of towers? Well, up is the first step along the way, I would say. Come on, bots, do the thing. Place the stuff. We've got yellow cubes to use. Well, at this point, to to store and then use, but hey, one step at a time. Yeah, you're gonna go over here, and then you're gonna go one tile up, just like the reds. And then you're gonna go all the way down. And follow the same overall trajectory as the reds, but see, the interesting thing here is that we could actually do that to the reds, and then do that for the yellows. They're so tall. Monoliths. Our glorious monoliths. Now let's finish up placing all this belt line. The glorious spaghetti. It's glorious spaghetti. Let's see. What is my limiting factor here? And this is going to go through a lot of processed oil, by the way. Yeah, imagine if Pyandon manages to figure out how to mod this. Oh boy. Yeah, it'll be fun. Fun. Also, this uses 1 every 4 seconds on the crystals, by the way. This is making 1 every 6. Huh. Why is there a backup? When this is making 1 every 4, what is wrong? Why is it 11.3 per minute when it's supposed to be 1 every 4? Hey, we can now perform more construction tasks at once. Oh, there goes the ollie. He's a running. Power's fine. Why is this not 25? Like, why does this seem a little off? It's supposed to be 1 every 4. Is this decreasing? This should be decreasing. It says it has 4 in the thing. It went down to 3 and then it finished its cycle. Went down to 3 and finished its cycle. Okay, it's very, very slowly draining. It's just there was a whole bunch of stuff. Now, the machine speed is 1. The machine speed should be 1. Anyway, it is... No, it is 0.75. Huh. Well, so there you have it. That explains everything. So that actually makes it 1-to-1. Yeah. That would be 1-to-1, right? That would be thereabouts. I don't know, or this is... Thing is, this says it's 3, and now it's 2. So this is using all of this. So it's not... I don't know. I don't know. It's like very little difference. Very little difference. Math that I don't feel like doing right now. It doesn't matter. The math does not matter in this very specific instance, because it's all temporary until we actually get our both intraplanetary and interplanetary logistics sorted. You need steel. Let me grab some steel for you. Just for you, I will give you some steel. From wherever I am storing steel in a box. Please tell me that I am storing steel in a box. I am storing steel in this very specific box right here. Also, goodbye and goodbye. Gotta love this hydrogen fuel rod setup. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Okay, right over here. You can have multiple things in a box, by the way. Like, there's nothing stopping you from having multiple items in a box. So that's going to make that, and that's going to consume 40. So as soon as we get 40 loaded here, let's make that go fast. Here. Go super fast. It will make a few, ideally, of these planetary logistics stations for me. Although I do need to give this more stuffs. That's enough CPUs to make 2. I'm going to now cut that off and give it some more of my silicon. Almost all of it at this point. Because we also need to make the logistic bots, and they need CPUs of their own. So there you go. That'll be the CPUs for the logistic bots. The bots, however, are going to need to have thrusters. Now, on my personal save, I didn't like the layout at all of the iron and copper on my home planet. So I actually I've got 2 planets that are satellite planets around the gas giant. There are 2 there. So I just went to the other planet, which had like 100% build space. It was an arid planet with iron and copper on it next to each other, and just built it there for the thrusters. Built out the infrastructure with all of the stupid smelters needed for the steel with the copper for it, and just made it into thrusters. Because it's really close by. We're going to do something similar here, but we'll see if it's really possible. I don't really want to use my main production, though. Do I have anywhere nearby any other copper iron that's on a good buildable spot? Why is the answer always no? Why is it always no? Of course not. Of course not. Well, there's that, but... ugh. Ew. I won't be able to get much mining onto there. So the ideal would be a full belt of steel, which that's 3 times as much of iron to do. Oh, there's iron and stone. Ooh. That's foundations. I can only level the water if I have foundations. And I don't yet have foundations. We are about to have foundations. Once I get these miners all set up and going and flowing. So apparently you can go in both directions on the rotation of this thing with the arrow keys. My issue with the arrow keys is that you have to take your hand off the mouse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? It's covering 10. Okay, there's... Come on. You can do it. You can, oh, you had it, but then you lost it. There. 6! And 6. So that's going to be enough for 1 foundation per second. If we also give it the full belt of the stone, the processed stone. That's going to be 12 smelters there for the steel. Let's go ahead and do this mining on this side. That's at least 6. That's at least 6. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm gonna check if I can do that. I can. Without the extra spacing. There are some... I'm facing north, aren't I? I'm facing south. So, having these next to each other, what's happening here is that they are converging towards a fixed point of the South Pole on a curved surface, so the ones down here are further apart than the ones up here. And all I need to do is... Wow. Find the ones that allow me to place the thing between them. By the way, if you didn't know, it's 1-to-1 on ingots to steel. It's exactly like Factorio. Oh, there's no chance I can get that spacing, but this is now much bigger spacing with a line between, but you can't go closer because, well, it is too close for the stuffs. That's the thingy! Shut it! Shut it! No message. None. Nothing. No message on the answering machine. Uh-huh. Yeah. You'll go ahead and do that. We have to get the outputs. Here. Down you go. I hope you like doing that array, because we're about to do it again to get into the other stuffs. The thrusters. Oh, we are processing our structure matrices. Good. Good. Okay, input, input. Really? It won't let you do it on the kink, apparently. Or it wanted me to go to the bottom, it wouldn't let me go to the middle. Okay. Give that, give... Now, the interesting part is that, yeah, there are sections where you can actually place the power pole in the middle. How are we on our distance to the doohickey? Just place those down there and we should be good. Glorious wireless power towers. We'll go and put that there. Glorious steel. All of this for literally just one assembler. See, I've been assuming this whole time production speed has been 1x on the Mark 1 assembling machine, and that the Mark 2 was 2x. Apparently not. You know what? I'm gonna steal some CPUs and graphene. Hey, give me some CPUs. Give me some graphene. I'm gonna make 3 of you because I can. Oh yeah, there's 2 sorters unpowered there. Let's power them. This making foundation every second we'll use 1 steel. Okay, 1 steel and 3 of the things. I need 2 of these. We have 2 steel. So this is enough for 2 of these, if I can provide it with a belt of brick. There we go. Of 6 brick per second. Per second. We'll go ahead and put a thingy right here. No, not right there. Get the angle. Put it there. These can totally shove it into that. What did that say on the speed? 1.5, so we need 2 of them. And each of those will consume 1. There you go. And now... belt up. Get all of this input and output set up and ready to go. Get these 2 belted up. And get everything powered for me. I will need 2 no matter what I do. And that is that. Now the smelters absolutely have a crafting speed of 1. Production speed 1. That I am not worried about in the slightest. And we officially have high strength titanium alloy, but we also officially have 2 foundations per second. That is literally only enough to cover. Also, turn the decoration off. No decoration, please. To cover an individual little square. 2 of these little individual squares every second is what we've got on production. All of that effort that we just did, all that time it just took is just, it's 2. This is like worse than trying to paint the world with concrete in Factorio in terms of overall resource expenditure and power usage. Speaking of power usage, I may need more. Regardless, the next step along the way is to find, again, that source of copper near the iron, right over there. So near my thingy, my array. Hey buddy, you're coming with me. I'm gonna need more smelters, most likely. So there's that crude oil, that copper there, and that iron. That iron, that copper. That's the ideal for now. More wind, yes. Or not. We'll see. Ideally, yes. Wind, or we may resort eventually to actually doing the stupidity of all of the solar panels across the thing, because yeah, if you do set up an equatorial setup for the solar panels, half of them will be active at a time, but that, yeah, half of them should always be active at a time if it's equatorial. Trying to think if the because this game does simulate seasons and seasonality as well. And if the planet that we're on does not have a very major tilt to it, it's only a couple of minute tilt. It's like a 12-minute tilt. Yeah. Not even a degree, it's a 12-minute tilt. So it's effectively bang on north-south by comparison to the star. There's absolutely jack all on the tilt, meaning that my planet that I'm on is a very good planet for attempting to do the whole equatorial shenaniganry on the solar panel thingy. I'm trying to think how greater tilt would affect it, because yeah, because it affects time of day depending on the position in the orbit. Because if you are on a very tilted planet, even if you do build equatorially a ring of solar panels around your planet, the amount of power that you get out of that ring of solar panels is going to vary depending on the position of the planet in the orbit, whether or not you're in summer or winter. It averages out over the entire course of a year, yes, but you have to plan out for your lowest potential output of energy when doing anything involving solar panels. But yes, it would produce a ridiculous amount of power and not actually matter anyway. Because, yeah, it produces hundreds of megawatts of power at a time when you do that many solar panels around the equator of a planet. It is strictly ridiculous. It will take a long time. So much time that you'll basically be ready for a much better supply of power by then. and what is a much better supply of power by then? Using the oil that is on your planet to produce hydrogen to produce deuterium fuel rods, and doing the mini fusion reactors for the deuteron fuel rods, as they call them here. I think I want a little bit bigger of a thingy around here. So this is all that the Foundation does, by the way. It gives you more land to work with, in particular, but you can also use it to smooth out raised land and get the soil by doing that. Or you could just do the tedious task of placing buildings and picking up buildings again. That is very viable. Alright, so we're looking for 6. That is 6. We are looking for 6. That is 6. We are looking for 6. That is 6. That is 6. That would be 6, but I can't fit 2 more, can I? That would be 5. But if I can fit a 7, that works. Thank God. Let's just double check here. 6, 6, 7. Oh, these both are 7. Okay, 5, 6. Whew. As long as that 5 connects to a 7, we have a full throughput belt of stuffs. That's going to be 36 smelters. It's going to be 3 sets of 12. Yeah, to make the steel. All of that is destined for steel. And just so as we are completely aware, thrusters. I'm going to need a lot of these buildings, by the way. Thrusters, 1 every 4 seconds out of 2 steel and 3 copper. So if we're going to try to consume 6 per second of steel, we would need 9 copper ingots. You know, I probably shouldn't do that. I probably shouldn't do that. I should probably be just happy with our 4, if I had 4 of these buildings, which I do not. I have 1. We'll do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 divided by 0.75. Is 5.3 repeating. A 6th building will suffice effectively. Or I guess I should say 4 times 0.75 is it's 5.3 repeating seconds per individual machine operating the thruster factory. Copy, paste, 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 paste. Apparently, the copy paste on European keyboards are comma period. It is the same on US keyboards, except US keyboards, the comma and period, it's also got the little left and right caret on it. I'm just thinking about how weird it is that the keyboard that I'm using in particular, it has the primary item on top, and then the shift character is displayed underneath. Like the semicolon and colon, and the apostrophe versus quotations, the comma, left caret, period, right caret, and slash question mark. Why are they on the bottom versus on the top? It's same with the number keys, all the actual thingies on this keyboard. The shift characters for all of the numbers is on the bottom, below the number for this keyboard. I ended up placing that there, but this is going to be a bit of an array of stuffs. So if I only have the 1 per second target, I would need 3 per second of the copper ingots, which is 1 miner. Okay, what we need in this game, suggestion, you know how you have shift copy on the assembling machine, shift click to copy? We need the shift click on the resource veins to pull up a mining drill. We could use a shift click to pull up a mining drill on resource veins. That's gonna be fine. Yeah, that shift needs to be depressed. I sort of understand. I've seen it varies depending on keyboard manufacturer. Some keyboard manufacturers will have the primary numbers on the top. Others would have the primary numbers with their alternates above them. Others have things like to the side of each other. It all depends. My keyboard is a Corsair keyboard, by the way. Corsair K70 with the Cherry Stealth switches. Or Speed. Cherry Speed, I think, actually, or whatever. They're the grays. They're grays. That's the cherry color of the mechanical keys. They're quiet without the click. They don't have clickies. And they don't have the tactile response either. It's just when they're depressed, they do the thing without really any feedback whatsoever that the thing has been pushed. And it's a very, very, very small amount of pressure that it takes to actuate the key. Now, do I actually use that small amount of pressure? Hell no. I always just fully depress my keys. So, there we go. I need to get into my smelters. 3 whole smelters. I actually want them this side. 3 smelters smelting. I'm running in circles. I will run all the circles that I wish. Hello. Welcome back, kitty. Welcome back, my pretty Ollie. That's a pretty boy. That's a pretty boy. Yes, it is. He's a pretty boy. He's a sleepy boy, apparently, not trying to get away. You sleepy? You sleepy? Yes, you groom. You groom in my lap. That. The motion makes you sick? Well. Let's do that at the North Pole and see how that works. Let's see how that works out for you. When we do that at the North Pole, or at any pole, or flying across the universe. I have mentioned before, but I am actually completely immune to all forms of motion sickness. I am the immune to motion sickness. It does not affect me. Like, I have to be literally sick with some other illness to have motion sickness happen. Any form of, like, vertigo or stuff. it would be more of a symptom of some other illness for me, because I am otherwise immune. I love the experience of, God dang it, why does it go to the side like that? Of Subnautica. Like, that was, like, the best VR experience that I've had, was the Subnautica VR experience on my Rift. I haven't touched my Oculus Rift in a long time. I haven't touched my PSVR in a long time. A very long time. I own Skyrim on both. I have played Skyrim on both. I need more conveyors. Conveyors! I need you to convey for me all the things. We must get more. We must get more stuff too there. I need also more titanium in the thing. So let's grab... Where was I doing the everything? Good question. Where was I doing the everything? Where are my belts? Belts were like the first thing. Yeah, I know. What? I have 0 titanium? No, I have titanium in that chest way up there. I need to grab... Wait, where are you? Oh. You see what we've got an alert. So there is a setting here. What is that alert? Mining machine output is about to decline. This sign will display when the mining machine covered veins are about to be exhausted, declining the output. So, yes, this vein here is almost tapped out. It's got 783 stuffs on it. Belt was the very first thing that I, like, automated. At least it should have been. That's like all my splitters and stuff. Where's my... My belt's up, more. Up, and up again. You. And that. Not all of that. But more of that is necessary. Storage, take it. And off we go. Yet again. Okay, if I only really need 1 per second, I can sort of just I can get rid of most of this. I'll leave it so that I know that I would like to get more from here. I was going to combine these two into an array. I aimed for 2 per second. Oh yeah, because it's, yeah, 1. So it's... Yeah, so it's 2 per second. I need 4, so I do need 2 of these. Research speed too slow. Pfft. Screw you, game. Don't tell me I'm too slow. I'm exactly at the speed that I want to be. No, I'm wrong. Yeah. 6 into 2. I don't need that. 6 into 2. Ah. Where? So we need to end up down there. Let's do this here. We are facing equatorial. Okay, this should be fine. And that looks like it's... Ah, no! Can I do it that one? Nope. Can I do it that one? That should theoretically be closer. That one? Nope. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. Fine. Be that way. Steel. Iron. The problem with putting up the extra square away is that this gets slower, and we always have to keep that in mind just as best practice, because this slows down because the length of the grid is 2 grids rather than 1. And it halves the speed each time. I don't have to worry about the water being there because of the way that the things work out, but I'm going to get rid of it anyway, because I can place belt over water. Is that really exact? Yes. It is. I mean, I had 1 extra tile to work with, but I managed to place it exactly where I needed it to be. Okay, then. That will work. This needs to come this way. Uh-oh. I only have 30 some odd inserters left. I mean, sorters left. I'll need to get more. How many do I have left? 18. Okay, I think we're fine. Please go away, Mr. Alert. That powers all of it. And we can get the stuff in the middle. Alright, that will power that guy, those guys, those. And now all we need is a great big power pole to reach across the universe. Oh, come on! Come on! Of freaking course, that's the way. That's always the way that things go. So the rest of these are just gonna go in a box for now. They're gonna go up and they're gonna load right into a box. You offload, 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 offload. Come on. Gosh, the camera angle sometimes screws you. How you doing? You're building! Box mode, engage. We're making one thing per second. One glorious thruster. Thrusting. That means that we will be able to make logistics drones if we send it iron ingots and copper and CPUs with these thrusters. 2 thrusters per drone. Those will be our little logistics bots from Factorio. Oh, big stretch. It's been half the stream already. Doing this. Still waiting on that tech to happen, but ugh. I'm gonna need to make another trip to pick up additional titanium and silicon, by the way, pretty sure, before I can even get the interplanetary stuff, because I don't have enough titanium for the titanium alloy thingies. But with these 40 some odd thrusters, oh boy, we'll be able to make one little Logibot. Let me grab some more iron ingots over here somewhere. I've got them somewhere. Where are you? There you are. Thank you kindly. Let me get more. All of the more. Beautiful logistics drones. And then how many CPUs do I have stored up? 25 more with all of the silicon that I am comfortable with using. And that'll give me 13, so let's go ahead and make all of them. We have 2! Ooh, those actually stack. Haha. Ha. I did not realize those stack. Thanks. For plan, let's get going. What would I want to be provided on my intraplanetary logistics system at the moment? Eventually everything, but I mean, because I can't actually automate the logistic drone production at the moment, not fully anyway. I mean, I could provide the thrusters onto my network and bring them to my other stuff. The problem is I can't automate the CPUs yet right now. I can't do that until I get the interplanetary logistics set up. So that's going to directly upgrade the current buildings that I'm holding on to as well. All it really needs are... and what building would it be? Is it in a smelter? Yes, it would need this. Titanium alloy, which needs sulfuric acid, steel, and titanium. Sulfuric acid, steel, and titanium. Well, as it just so happens, this is what I've been keeping this titanium for. Let me get this placed near the titanium, and or near the sulfuric acid, and we'll think about what we want to do with things like steel. Also, this is where I want to use foundation to try and clean up some of this water stuff where I'm building. Let me get that placed with a box next to it. Ideally, I can fit a... Nope! One more tile away. Gosh, it sucks that that's so inconsistent about just your positioning on the planet. I do have a lot of foundation most likely at this phase. You are making that stuff. Let's provide it those. Those glorious things to get these wonderful, beautiful alloys. I need this to go faster. Thanks. I don't really need it to go faster, but I'll make it go fast. Oh, I need power. Crude... coal. Coal veins. Hi. Coal veins. I need a coal vein. There's some coal veins. Land. Thanks. Am I carrying around any generators right now? Yes, 5. I need 6. Always. Always. I need more. I need more of the everything. How many? I may as well grab more of those, too. Please. Yes, I did grab those. The wind is okay. It's just you have to spend all that time placing all the wind. This is the fastest immediate source of power for me. I can place this power a lot faster than the wind at the moment. Yes, I do want to do wind. I want to do wind around the whole equator and all that wonderful stuff. I want to have a good design for all the things. It'll be great when it happens, but I need to do this right now of getting the full belt. That was 7, right? Yes. And then we need power production out of doink, 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 and doink. I heard a dolly sneeze. Dolly sneezy. Why dolly sneezy? Dolly sneezy. Oh, sorters. I will transition the planet to solar and wind when I get like my interplanetary stuff going. That's when I'll do it, and when I can fully automate all of the thingies, solar panels. Once I get the solar panels automated with the consistent input of silicon, that's when the magic will happen. Okay, give that there and add it to the main network like so, and that is going to add another 12 megawatts into the system once this is all going. Enough to cover the one thing shooting. By the way. Effectively, just enough to cover the 7? Okay, that's functioning. Come on, once these two are going, we'll no longer be quite as bad here. Come on. There we go. Really? Really? Stay there. Stay there. Wind. Wind turbines. Where is a pole? Hello, pole? Oh god. Why does this pole have water? Need foundation support. No! Alright, game. We're gonna go this way because we got stuff built this way. And I am not putting these at maximum closeness. At min distance. There's the research that I've been waiting for. Not putting it at min distance because, as it turns out, as we learned last time, these guys are not kind on their positioning. If I do it like this and I keep it on these grid lines, these very specific grid lines, things will be glorious. Oh, it's my thrusters. Hi. Where's my foundation? I want my foundation. Let's get my foundation. It's this way. Oh my gosh, that I'm sure that made people sick. That was funky. Because we're solar sailing over part of the planet, and we're just at this weird diagonal. Just at this weird angle with the planet. Okay, that's the pole. Foundation. Must foundation the everything. Or at least the spots where I can place these wind turbines consistently. So we're gonna do sort of the meridians, and we're going to do the equator on wind turbines, ideally. So I need a bit of coverage there, and there, and there. And we're going to try to conserve as much of our stuff as possible, our foundations. Glorious. That one. Oh hey, it's meeting up with the equator right here. So this is the equator. Where I'm standing, this line right here, this is our equator. So I'm gonna make sure that I keep that in mind and sort of pre-build a little plus here so that I know precisely. Yes, Ollie. Ollie, sleepy Ollie. He's just a big ball. He's just a big ball of fur. Sleeping in my lap. Great big ball of dark gray. So do you see how long this takes just to try to place this many wind turbines? That's why I went immediately to the coal power. Okay, that's gonna be good for all of these. With 14 left, I don't think I'm even gonna have enough to reach the other pole. We'll see. We'll find out together. We're actually pretty close to the pole now that I'm looking at things. Oh, we may have just enough. Oh my gosh, the pole is underwater. Our pole is underwater! What is this shenaniganry? Our pole is ocean! We have a polar ocean and no ice cap. What is this nonsense? There. We're good. Now how... Oh. We may have added a little bit of power into the system. Why is this now called Network 3? Why are we now called Network 3? Okay, I guess we're now called Network 3. Yeah, huzzah. Better. We're betterer than we were. Okay. Not doing any techs right now. I guess this would be good. I need my particle collider if I want to do that. So basically the way that works is that it's, you get your hydrogen and you convert it into deuterium in this guy quite efficiently, this mini particle collider. We do have the fractionator, but it's a little wonky how it works. I would rather use this guy. And those are going to be used, deuterium with the titanium alloy and those blue engines, to make deuteron fuel rods, which have 600 megajoules and plus 300% fuel chamber generation, as opposed to our hydrogen-based ones, which are 200% fuel generation and 40 megajoules. Yeah, sort of want to get into this. Sort of want to, and consider that hydrogen can be made pretty consistently. We can make that always and convert the oil into hydrogen as well, and a little bit of the carbon. Am I out of stuff now? Yes. So the science isn't going to move until I provide it with additional titanium. I'm going to need to take another trip out to Titanium Land, aren't I? You actually are still producing. We've got a little bit of alloy. Thank goodness. Meaning we can now make 2 interstellar logistic stations. The question is, can we also make these vessels? No, because I don't have enough processors. Oops. Hey, have I made any processors? No, because I haven't made enough silicon. Ooh. Hey, silicon. If I have 1 stack of you... Oh. Oh, and then it's reinforced thrusters out of probably all this stuff. Somewhere in this chain. Yeah, it's trying to make magnets. I'm going to actually grab a stack of those. Huh? What is it missing? For the reinforced thrusters. I'm assuming it's the turbines, because I have a bunch of this titanium alloy. And I would imagine... Oh, it's my ingots, isn't it? No. It shouldn't be the ingots. I've got 50 ingots. And I just grabbed a bunch of coils. I guess it needs so much. So many gears. Yeah, I guess it needs so many gears that I needed more ingots. Oh, boy. Isn't that lovely? So, interstellar logistics. This bad boy does not matter exactly where you place it. How much does this use for power, by the way? Idle consumption, 60 kilowatts. It charges 12 gigajoules of power at up to 300 megawatts. Oh. So the machine itself doesn't use it, but the transport stuff does. And okay. Note that this is the interstellar station. The other one is pretty tall as well. Oh gosh. Caps? Caps. Unfortunate. Unfortunate caps.
You have established an
That is
interstellar
huge.
station
That is.
and
I'm not
taken the first node of
Streamlabs.
logistics
Like,
transportation
why?
among the planets. With
I
it,
don't.
no
I
need
don't
to
have
transport
that
cargo between planets
enabled.
manually anymore. Just set to remote supply.
Yes, remote supply and remote demand. I know, and 5 items at a time. That's beautiful. 5 items is beautiful. Of course, we're going to bring in titanium and silicon. Like, that's what we want. We want to demand remotely. And apparently it also has local supply. So you can... So these things count as both planetary, like intraplanetary and interplanetary stuff. So you can set it to be demanding the titanium ingots and silicon ingots and provide it onto your network if you have given it the relevant drones, which at this point I have almost made my second logistics vessel, which I guess the logistic vessel should go in the area that has the supply. I don't know, it might have just gotten changed on me. Oh yeah, power is good. Enjoy destroying my grid. Yes, logistic weasel. Oh, and you can... Oh. Oh, yeah. What? Wait. Oh. Huh? Why does that say 90 satisfaction, and why does that say power load 110? Oh, because I'm not providing enough. That's it. It's because I'm only providing 97% of the requested power. As this fills. As this charges. Oh, there's a slider. Please slow down. Thank you. There's a max charging power slider. So I could set it to be 50 and be okay, but 60 was too much. 60 was too much. So now we know. And it can go all the way up to like a lot. 300, I would imagine, because that's what it says on the thing. Well, let's get the flock out of here. But first, let's make sure I actually have fuel in my fuel chamber. That would be great. Let's make like the geese. We need to make like the geese and get out. And we need to go to Iklarkrov 4. We don't need room to carry anything, because we're going to make it a provider. And it'll send one ship at a time to my base. They patched the planet aiming system when? I know they patched the, like, skip stuff system. Just remember that W is just the direction your camera is pointing as well. I didn't see any update note regarding any of that. Have you chipped yourself? Huh. Yeah, you keep those claws shortened. He's been using his claws, and they're slightly deteriorating. Go faster. Thanks. I'm as fast as I can go outside of gravity assists. My god, this thing is so far away. Just make sure your little nav HUD has the planet centered, and you're good. And make adjustments as you go, because yes, the planet is moving in its orbit, but you are not. You are going in a straight line, whereas your target is moving. You're literally trying to hit a moving target. Yeah, first, I don't really get this whole mechanic, actually, with the flight of the robot. I mean, it's not actually consuming my energy, it seems like, just to go. Go up, go down, go up. Hello. Ah, we missed. No, go. Bata. And my power needs to charge. Charge. Slow down. Turn. They did stuff with warping between systems is what I'd seen last. And like smart warping between systems. Not really within the system. Alright, now let's try to actually hit our freaking target of a planet. Oh, how hard could it be to run into a planet? Very. As it turns out. Where the heck did I build my stuff? On the literal opposite side of where I landed? Yes. No, it's up there. It's right up here. We've got 21.2 megawatts of capacity here. Let's keep this in mind as I place down my logistics station. The most interstellar of logistics stations. And tell it to only use... Oh my gosh, the min is 30. The min is 30. Alright, take those. You deserve them. Titanium, silicon, you are a remote supply. On there. And once you get energy, you store a lot, you're actually charging fairly quickly. I don't have any wind turbines to make you go faster. Should I pull out of the chests or just leave the chests? It doesn't matter either way because we're going to be filling this at our production rate anyway. Why? Why do you want to try to go to the middle one? There we go. And I may as well just grab a few units of things while I'm here, right? Actually, I'm gonna delete a few things from my inventory so I can take even more things with me. Oh, and now it's gonna... Because I took the stuff, it's gonna... No, go away. Did it... Where did... Does it just delete? Oh, that's the wrong thingy. Whoopsies. Come on. There you go. Load up the silicon. Now, it may take a while to get stuff out of the system on the silicon because we are about to launch a second dude back home. And that's all we got. And it's heading out there with titanium, and both of them are shipping titanium instead of one of each. That's fine. We'll load up to the max storage of this thing, ideally, and we'll be good. It's, yeah, charging power. We'll deal with that when we deal with that. I just needed to get here, and now I can go back and feel great about my life. Let's head back, figure out which direction we're headed. Probably on the the complete opposite end. Follow that thingy marked titanium ingot. Go, go, go. Fly. Fly for me. Fly. Which one was my main home? 3? Pretty sure it was 3, not 2. Regardless, at this distance, it does not matter. We did it! We technically have an interplanetary logistics system set up now. The next part is to do the same thing, just intraplanetary. Now that we are actually getting our silicon and titanium produced and delivered to our home base, I would actually like to use the closer planet for some stuff, but we shall see. Just because I think the closer planet has more resources. That one, Iklarkrov 1. Has more resources of iron and copper. Can you imagine the the actual interstellar logistics pulling in iron and copper from off-world because you have strip-mined your beginning world. Oh, we need to go to the other side of the freaking gas giant, don't we? Yup. Yes, we can see the resources in the entire solar system. I have to go to the specific solar system view, and it's unlocked with tech. Hello, there's our planet. As we get a little bit of a Ollie. He's gotten up. He's leaving. Well, that takes a while to go back and forth. Alright, we have arrived. We have arrived at thrusters. Hello, thrusters. Why I brought over 300 thrusters with me to that planet, I don't know. I really don't know. What I do know is that now I would like to set up actual automation of all my stuff. So here, I should now have 400 titanium. Glorious, beautiful titanium. And it is being provided to be used by my intraplanetary system. Here's the thing, though. We need to sort of make a few intraplanetary logistic stations. For now, we only need that one interplanetary. Just need to add more ships onto that system to get our consistent supply of silicon and titanium at a time. I need to go over here to my little CPU producing location. That is not the correct chest. This is the correct chest. Let's provide a few more of you for this, and I will go ahead and put back my little thingy here, loading CPUs into this logistic station, because that's what we need now, is logistic stations. I am not going to concern myself with any science until I get this logistics setup done, of which the primary importance is automating the growth of your logistics system. AKA, we're going to need to automate the production of those little of the little transport drones, logistics drones right here. These guys and of these guys. So these two things, ideally, should be automated along with that other production dude back there. And this should all be done in a very specific location, one would hope. Grand scheme, I would have essentially at my individual ore patches just mining and smelting at the individual ore patches, and will be providing ingots onto the network. Maybe not with iron. Iron and magnets are required, so it's either do I provide just the iron ore and make the magnets or ingots local to whatever factory I'm building, or do I just go ahead and process them all the way to magnets and plates, and then process from there. Well, given that a single planetary tower has 3 slots for requests, whereas this does have 5 on the interstellar logistics station, I don't know. I think I will do certain patches providing plates, certain patches providing the magnets. Then, of course, the copper plates will also be provided as copper plates. We'll see about potentially doing stations that make and produce things like the electronics as well, and have these components and these components provided onto the network. It all really depends upon sources of iron versus sources of copper and their locations. And then we get to, like, demolish a lot of this little bus here at some point and replace it with our planetary requests. It'll be great when we can do that. Eventually. This is also going to use, you know, lots and lots and lots and lots of power. Oh yeah, I also brought a whole bunch of foundation with me on that trip out there. Alright, how many have I made? I really only need one to start. And this one... Guess what? This one shall be located over here. I will use my precious foundation to clear space for this. This one little planetary logistics station placed over here. It's gonna request silicon and titanium. Yes, shut up. It's gonna request No, it's gonna request silicon and titanium. Demand. We have things in transit. It's glorious. And steel. It will demand steel. Now, ideally, it would provide something, but you know what? No, we're just gonna have this in here for now, and that will be that. Now, how do I work with this? I will need this as my output belt. That needs to have a filter that I completely miffed on. Titanium. Ta-da. This is the thing that has the silicon. Just use tab. By the way, the tab key is the key. Now, I'm doing this, but I need to completely redo it and do it at proper scale, but, I mean, just getting it operating normally is a big, massive step in the right direction. Let's be clear. Getting this operating like this is a massive, massive step in the right direction. Oh, thank God I can place that into the... Oh, thank you, Lord. This has chest mechanics. Right-click and hold, and you can set how much you want to take out of this thing. Right-click and hold, and you can take stuff out of it. And then control left-click to grab everything that you are holding to put it back in. And yes, 5,000 each item. 5,000 each item is being requested right now, and it will request until it's full. Bear that in mind. trying to think as well. The interplanetary one has a max of 10,000, so it will store 10,000 units of stuff. I'll go ahead and stick that in there as well. Well, we're not done yet. I do want, though, to have more of my little Logi drones. That would be most ideal. If at all possible. I need a lot more for a lot of things, okay? I don't just need one more for science. I need a lot more for a lot of various things. Are you ever going to load into this storage? But my thought is the next item on the list is, of course, the steel. I need the steel next. Because this is going to be the steel out. And it's going to replace this chest here. In fact, I'm going to get rid of that stuff just to hold on to the steel. Oh, hey, in transit, another 200. Yay. And that'll be at a specific station. I don't think it's ever going to throw it into this. That's sad. That will need its own drones. Oh, hey, there's... Speaking of drones, hello. There's the Logi drones flying about. You can actually see all the drones way up in the sky. And there's more. There's more each time we get a interstellar baby. Speaking of which, I need to make steel somewhere and provide it. Aren't I already doing that? I am. Where am I doing that? Hold up. I'm doing that. It was over somewhere here, right? Yes. Hi. Steel! I mean, I could send it to this guy. Right? I could send it to this guy. I could totally belt it over there. That is not a lot of steel. We need to scale. We need to scale this a bit. Hold on. Why do you only have one? You have one that's over 8 veins. Wow. So this can have 4 and you're still good. Go ahead and do that. Why did I have this spacing? Because it's required. Go ahead and do all that, and that, and... There you go. You're only Mark 1. Here, have a Mark 2. Not like I really need to empty out the thingy. So yeah, we're just gonna go and throw all this into the dude over there. Yeah, I see no reason not to throw this into the nearest interstellar logistics system, and this is going to take steel and remote, and local supply and remote supply, just in case I want to remotely provide steel elsewhere. I mean, more likely than not, I'd be remotely requesting it. But my logistic bots are part of that section of the network, and I want them to be able to take this steel for me to that location. That's going to give me even more of my planetary logistics stations. So let's take care of this now. Go, 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 my 2 steel per second production. My whole 2 steel per second! Yay. That's gonna make its way to this interstellar logistics station, which also functions as an intraplanetary logistics station, or just regular planetary logistics station. Don't need them to be next to each other. Speaking of which, I have to place it this far away. Just a little bit of a size comparison between the planetary and the interstellar logistics stations. Yeah, it's a big boy. It's a big boy. Oh, but just you wait. Just you wait. There is, in fact, more. There is, in fact, more stuff. Oh, right, there's this gas giant exploitation as well. An orbit collector. It uses collected resources to power itself as a gimmick. With a gathering speed 8.8 times, whatever that means. I really don't know about this building, but apparently it upgrades the interstellar logistics station. It's apparently bigger than the interstellar logistics station for the orbit collector. I wonder if you can have multiple of these on a gas giant, or if it's just one. But note, vertical launching silos for small carrier rockets. Yeah. Yeah. And then at the very end, we are unlocking this universe matrix. Solving the ultimate mystery of the universe. Whatever that is. 42. Wait, what the hell is that thing? Is that antimatter? That's antimatter. That one on the far right next to the green cube, that's antimatter. With a negative charged proton and a positive charged electron. That's literally antimatter, right? And then mission complete when you make 4,000 units of the universe matrix. Builder of great civilizations, the primary mission has been successfully complete. The primary mission has been successfully complete with your efforts. We are complete. Our mission is complete. That is true. Artificial star, 75 megawatt, 100% energy efficiency, made in assembler. Controlled annihilation reaction. Yep, antimatter field rod. Yup. Antimatter, equivalent hydrogen versus hydrogen. Equals complete and utter obliteration. Yeah. Photons inverted into antimatter and hydrogen under the effect of a supermagnetic field, and then you explode them. to make a when you use a field rod. 7.5 gigajoules. Yes. Fuel chamber gen 500%. Looking forward to all of that, aren't I? Yes. Yes, I am. I want to make things explode. Absolutely. Always. We must always make everything explode. I played a lot of Kerbal Space Program. I don't know if you've noticed. If you've taken the hint. It's a great game for people who like watching things go boom. Unless, of course, you're trying to not make something go boom. I want those processors, thanks. Did you know that you can steal stuff out of this? Also, boom. Welcome to the land of automation. Did I get to Duna? Of course I got to Duna. I got to frickin' Outer Planets mod content. I would go to freaking the moons of Sarnus with the Outer Planets mod. Although, I have to say, with Kerbal Space Program with a modded state, I always liked playing with Outer Planets mod because I found a lot of the stuff that's added, the content that's added, is great. The only problem is that by the time you are in a campaign able to get to the outer planets, you've sort of already unlocked everything, and there's not much of a point anymore. That's part of my inherent issues that I've had with Kerbal Space Program. One of the reasons of many that I had eventually lost interest in is I would spend all this time setting up a modded game of it, and I would end up spending significantly less time than it took to put all the mods together, actually playing the playthrough of it. It's, yeah, little sigh. Little bit sigh. Okay, I need to get this proper automated. Oh, yeah, I don't have the titanium hooked up now, do I? Nope. I mean, I don't have the processors hooked up either because I want to make a whole bunch more logistic drones. Oh, I need more iron. Iron? We need iron, do we? Take some more iron and produce more thingies. I need all of these thingies. Enjoy more in the system. Yes, ironically, we need more. Always more. Always more. And as soon as we get our 10th here, we're gonna make one of these as well. Another one of these. Add it to the interplanetary logistics setup. More bots! Go, drones, go! Be free! Eat all of my power! And then once we have gotten our dude here with its reinforced thrusters, that'll help speed up the transition on the silicon and titanium from the other planet. Once we do make this this little old logistics vessel that's flying over like close to 2 astronomical units away to get to the planet, and then another 2 back to get here. Oh, there's one. It's coming in for a vertical landing. And off it goes, now that it's delivered to this station. I'm gonna hope that when I add it into the network that it just goes. Yes, it just goes. Go, yes. It just will go, but it counts as this being its home base, I'm pretty sure. I don't think that the robots change what is considered their home at all. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see over time how much stuff we can move about the place with different robots and different things. The different drones. So, how many CPUs do I have now? A few. I need more drones. Always. Always more drones. The idea now is I am going to get my iron ingots provided onto the network. Ideally. I'm trying to think, do I want to put those rockets, the engines for these guys, thrusters, on the network? Or do I want to put CPUs onto the network? I think it might be better to put the CPUs onto the network and to get iron onto the network. I can't do it out of this guy, because this guy's already full. So no matter what I do, I have to, like, set up a proper thing here, I think. Where should I do this? Let's do this over this way. So it's gonna be 2 into 1-ish. This is 1 every 2 seconds, right? This needs 2 every 3 seconds. So 0.5, 0.66. It's actually, isn't that 3 to 2? Isn't that 3 to 2? Yeah, it's 0.66 that it needs. It's 0.66 repeating that it needs. I mean, it's not quite, but it's not quite the exact ratio, but it's close enough, okay? This makes 1.5, 2 needs 1.3, repeating 1 1/3 per unit, not per unit time. Well, you can compare the two because they both have the same crafting speed of 0.75, so just note everything's 25% slower. This is good enough if and only if we can get the input on the thing on both of them. This may need some finagling. We did it. We did it. Now, do I actually have enough room for silicon and copper where I have placed this? I think so. There's the copper. This will actually go the other way. And then this guy also needs electronics. And the electronics are here. Hum. Hum. Dee-dum, dee-dum. Well, we do have several options of splitters. There's one iteration of splitter that I wish I had. Oops. Oops. Come on, get rid of that. And get rid of that. There's one type of splitter that I wish we had that we don't have, and that is a 4-way elevated. Just a 4-way one layer up. Right? That would just be wonderful. I do need it there because I'm going to maintain it. I'm going to keep it there for these. I'm going to keep it there for these, and we're going to have that go back in. I'll take all 60 tanks that I've just made to make even more wonderful buddies of the logistics vessels. Fill all this in. I don't really need to fill all that in, but we'll do it anyway. Of course, on the agenda is to get another planetary logistics that's going to import the circuits as well. Have I pressed tab? Yes, I have pressed tab on the splitters. You have a 4-way on the bottom, a 2 and 2 inline, and a 2 on bottom, 2 on top. What I want is a 4 on top. Essentially this, just, you know, without having to put 2. And it's not exact. It's not exactly 1 high. If I go like this, if I stack those on top of each other, this is 3. This is actually 4? No, this is 3 nodes. 2 above base. Do you get what I'm saying? I hope so. Like, I want a full 4-layer splitter with the second tier or first tier, whatever you want to call it, that's above the ground at 1 tick up. Because right now you can send stuff from bottom layer 1 tick up with the splitter, but you can't just start high and split while high on that level anyway. So that's that. The question is, how many is this again? Two-thirds of 1 per second. Alright. Let's do it. Let's get another planetary logistics placed. And we'll do that there. We'll load that in. It will have the CPUs supplied. And of course we must power the everything. And give our inputs into these machines right here. Ta-da! That's a better build than this shenaniganry. And the tower needs power, yes. Our beautiful logistics station needs some power. And it needs some bots. Hey, bots. Hi. Enjoy some bots. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that bots won't just come here, right? I don't know. I don't know the behavior of the bots in the setup in the network. What I would like is for everything to be considered just one network and all of the bots just go where they're needed. If there's unassigned robots, they would say come here and grab stuff, but I don't have a demand yet to know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this at 0, and then I'm going to get another logistics planetary station placed where I need them, which is going to be all the way over where I'm making those thrusters. Wherever that was, I've forgotten. I think it's right over here. Yes, right here, where I've got thrusters. Particularly because, do remember that I have another thingy right there that I can use to make the iron plate to automate these drones. I want to make drones now. Logistic drones. They are going to need thrusters and processors and iron ingots. Remember, we're only making 0.66 CPUs. And like one thruster-ish. One thruster and 0.66 CPU, which the limit here would be the 0.66 CPUs into 0.33 logistic drones. They can either go and get stuff or drop stuff off. Works both ways for the station they are in. Yes, that much I know. But if that's the case, you should only ever put your bots in your provider areas on the suppliers side of things. What's the point of putting them into a building that's only going to be requesters if they can only ever grab stuff into that one location? It makes zero sense to me. Like, I want my robots to be providing everywhere. If they don't have a job to do, they should be doing something else on another part of the system, unless there's truly nothing to do. Like, it would be so stupid to just have bots not doing anything, just sitting around in one of these planetary logistics stations because they can't go to another logistics station that needs bots to do a mission. So we're gonna see when I power this building and tell it to bring me CPUs. Demand. Is it ever going to have any in transit? That's the question. Because I think we can have a look here. The answer is no, and the game is dumb. Unless all my bots are actually doing stuff right now. No, we've got 3 bots doing nothing. We had 3 bots doing nothing. Sitting there. There's 22 bots doing stuff. We have a bot doing nothing here. 5 bots doing nothing. Why are they not assigning to here? 10, 11, 12 bots doing nothing. Like, God, assign here, please. Assign here, please. Wow, that's dumb. Wow, that is so stupid. Oh, and then it limits how many things you can have in each? The interplanetary tower can have at most 10 thingies, 10 logistic vessels each. Well, that's also pretty dumb, to be honest. You should have as many as you have of production, really, and how much you can throw at a building with the given belt speed. Here, have more. Just take freaking more of those logistics vessels for me. Alright, you. Take, go, have things. You don't really need 22, though, to do your mission. I don't even know how much stuff is held in each of these drones. Does the game even tell you? 25 units per flight. Okay, now we know. At 8 meters per second. Oh boy. Alright, I need to go to my... this area. Right here. Hi. So, now we're getting the, stuffs brought in. Why do you want to send out the middle? I mean, if anything, I want out this side. Why did I not build this here? Like, close. Why did I not build this close? Humma. Humma humma. Alright, so how much, will I need on the iron? If I max 0.66 on the CPUs, then, it's just a little over 1 on the iron. Let's go ahead and just build a array. Let's just do a full array of 6. Which side, though? Probably this side, actually. We'll swap who does what. Delete all the things! Just spam. No water here, please. He says before then wanting all of the water everywhere. So yeah, what I wanted to do here is just do that. Allow this to catch up. And then we delete. And we got it in here. That's steel. There you go. Glorious iron ingots. I will always call them plates because their picture is of plates, not of ingots. If the picture of these actually looked like ingots, I would more likely call them ingots. That would be most likely a thing that I would actually finally end up doing. Please provide the power to both of those. Thank you kindly. This is well overdoing it on how much iron I need here. And that's gonna go all the way down there. Place the things my minions, and there we go. Into a wonderful box with those. Shall we supply them? I don't think so. There is something to be said, though, for supplying your logistics drones on the network. Making it a little bit easier to set stuff up. If you provide some drones in here in the building, if this is going to be a supply building for drones, then any other logistics station that I build elsewhere, I can just remotely tell it, hey, bring the Logibots over here so I can add them into this. The question is, how many can I throw into a single building at a time? Into a single planetary logistics station. How many Logibots fit? Also, we can upgrade our little logistics bots to carry more stuff. Wow. So 5 on the logistics drones, 100 on the logistic vessel. Meaning the logistic vessel will only move once it's filled its cargo. So instead of moving at 200 units each, it'll move when there's 300 units, 400 units, 500 units, 600 units, 800 units, 1,000 units at max on that logistic vessel, the interplanetary logistic vessel, and the 20, 20, 20, 20, and 10, and 10, and 10 on the logistics drones also very much helps. But also, it helps when things just go faster. That's often better gains overall than increasing the carrying capacity. Ray transmission, I don't really need the solar sail stuff, life and all that. I'm not tapping into it. And then we have our own robot stuff that we can upgrade to out of here. But that's going to be when I actually upgrade my science production. CPUs. Oh, I didn't end up setting the filter somehow. Thought I did that. There's our beautiful CPUs. It's glorious. We are automating our logistics drones as well as the production of the planetary logistics stations. Ah, progress. The progress has finally begun. We're going to have a lot of power issues soon, so it'd be a good time to actually go about the place and put down all of the wind turbines. All of our little wind turbines. That would be great. Very soon to do that. Would also be okay now to send stuff out of the ejector to work on scaling all of that for the solar sails. But I think the big part is that I apparently need... I need the titanium for the yellow matrices. That's a biggie. Yeah. So where am I going to put this? And now I'm going to route freaking titanium into here. Because this little Tesla tower is blocking everything. Here, go there. Just get out of the way. Because I need a elevated belt from this direction to come in, and then to go down. Oh, come on. There you go. That shall be the titanium ingot. we are going to close off this water so that we can place the planetary logistics here. Somewhere in here, anyway. There is something to be said for providing the oil into the system and or the hydrogen. Just we'll think about that as I scale red science at some point. For now, I just need existent amounts of stuff. You're not going to allow me to elevate immediately, are you? Nope. Please. Oh, that's a little off. I need to go back at least 2. There we go. You. Request. Demand. Demand the stuffs. This should not need its own logistic robots to demand the stuff. Ideally, because I have bots on that. It's literally flying from there to there. Oh boy. From there to there. All we need is the titanium to arrive from transit. What do I need? Just more CPUs? Okay. Really? I'm carrying around enough of the alloy? Huh. Speaking of the alloy. Speaking of the alloy, do I wanna do a splitter? Or just bring it in somewhere else, somehow else. We'll do another belt. Another elevated belt. Elevated 1 more. All the way out to here, and then it can go down to base level. Oh, that's unfortunate positioning on this Tesla tower. Oh, you need steel too. Right. Huh. Right. So, you'll go there. You'll go there. You'll be deleted. You'll go there. And then we'll have another belt that's gonna come in and do one of these doohickeys. And that's gonna be the steel. How are we gonna get the steel brought in? Oh, joy. Wasn't this supposed to reduce the spaghetti? Oh. I guess not. I thought this was supposed to reduce spaghetti. No, all it really does is it makes it so that I don't have to do as much effort for my spaghetti with splitters and such. I will want this to actually be 3 high. And hook up to there. This 3 high. Excuse me. Excuse me. The... Huh? You are not colliding with anything. No, I refuse. You are not colliding. What are you colliding with? Is it this? I'll kill it. Yes, it was that. For whatever reason. The Tesla Tower. Okay, you bring steel. Demand. I need the steel. F1, come on. There we go. And that's the steel. Wait, how did you get that so fast? Wow. Oh, because it's right there again. Hi. Hello, steel. Welcome to the party. For reference, it's often best to do a mix when thinking of logistics for your factories. It is very reasonable to have a bunch of inputs coming in by robot logistics that essentially feed what is a bus into all of your buildings that need stuff. It's gonna look a lot like a bus, okay? Still, just not quite to the grandest of grand scales, because it's all being fed by your bots. It all gets fed by bots. There is a place for the mechanics around a bus type of a build. And you can still make things look organized. Because really that's all about organization, right? The bus is all about organization. Speaking of which, I should provide graphene and these titanium alloys. Speaking of titanium, hello? Oh, I didn't assign the filter. Go. Enjoy your titanium when you get titanium. And that's going to give me some yellow cubes. I can see that I am currently making a yellow cube. A few are going down the line. It's very, very slow, but that's better than 0. Greater than 0 is better than 0. Non-zero is what we're going for around here right now. Non-zero on our stuffs is pretty freaking awesome. Okay. We are 5 minutes past the hour, meaning that it is time for us to wrap up the stream for the day, folks. It is time. We have reached the end. Huzzah. What have we done today over the course of the day today? We have obtained yellow cubes. Our wonderful information or structure matrices. Structure matrices. And by doing so have unlocked our intra and interplanetary logistical systems. Our planetary and our interstellar logistics. It is wonderful. We have automated the production of our little Logi bots as well. Our Logi drones. So we have that to look forward to. I'm also apparently out of fuel. So I would behoove myself if I went and grabbed more fuel for me. It would also be nice if I were to make said fuel and give it titanium. I should probably route the hydrogen further down where this titanium is and make the fuel rods there. But that's for another time. With that, folks, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you have enjoyed today's stream, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff below the video. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and hit the notification bell. Become an Erudite Otaku member of the channel by hitting the great big blue join button, and consider joining me on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat if you're so inclined and able. And I, of course, will return tomorrow afternoon at the same time to continue the shenanigans with the Logibots. We're going to continue with scaling of stuff. We're going to start scaling our production as best we can, really. We need to speed up the yellow matrices. We also need to start making more of those interplanetary drones. The interplanetary drones, transport carriers, whatever the heck they're called. I hope to see you all on the next one.